Remember when Miley Cyrus said she couldn't tour anymore because of her vocal cords? Yeah, well, plot twist. Turns out it's not her throat that's the issue, it's her vibe. In what can only be described as a musical soap opera twist, Miley has flipped the script on fans. What was once painted as a tragic health barrier now sounds a lot more like a personal preference. And fans, they're not exactly buying the sudden rewrite of the story. So, what really happened? Is Miley Cyrus faking an illness? Is she just being honest now? Or are we all just watching a pop star evolve in real time, with a little extra drama sprinkled on top? Let's take a deep dive into the tale of Miley versus touring. The saga. The medical emergency era. Flashback to 2024. In an interview, Miley opened up about being diagnosed with Ranke's edema, a condition that causes swelling in the vocal cords. It's no joke. Left untreated, it can damage the voice permanently. She blamed years of singing, performing, smoking, and possibly screaming "Party in the USA" too hard on stage. Touring, she said, had become too hard on her body, especially her throat. Fans were understanding. Who wouldn't be? Vocal injuries are the equivalent of a broken leg for a singer. She made it sound like jumping back into a world tour would be asking for permanent damage. Cue the sympathetic tweets, the protect Miley at all costs comments, and the maybe she'll do a Vegas residency instead theories. But fast forward to 2025, and things took a hard left turn. Actually, I'm fine. I just don't want to. In a brand new interview with Good Morning America, Miley dropped a bombshell that had fans side-eyeing their streaming apps. Her exact words? "I have the physical capacity to go on tour. I just don't have the desire." No mention of Ranke's edema, no tearful monologue about damaged vocal cords. Just a cool, casual, "Nah, I'm good." Naturally, the internet exploded faster than a glitter cannon at a Hannah Montana concert. Fans were confused. Some were mad. Others applauded her honesty. But the whiplash was real. Just a year earlier, she said her health wouldn't allow touring. Now she's basically saying she just doesn't feel like it. And you know what? That's fine. Truly. But maybe, just maybe, she could have led with that. Mental health, sobriety, and the pursuit of peace. In a separate interview, Miley elaborated. Touring, she explained, isn't just hard on her voice. It's brutal on her mental health. She painted a picture of emotional highs and lows. One moment she's on stage in front of tens of thousands of screaming fans. The next, she's alone on a tour bus in the middle of nowhere, probably trying to find a decent salad at a 24-hour gas station. It's not the glamorous rock star life people imagine. According to Miley, the come down after a show is emotionally exhausting. She crashes hard, and there's more. Miley revealed that being on the road makes it harder for her to stay sober, something she now prioritizes as a non-negotiable in her life. In her words, sobriety is her god now. So while the vocal cord story was technically true, it seems it wasn't the whole truth. The real reasons are more layered: emotional stability, mental well-being, and living a lifestyle that aligns with her values. Honestly, it's kind of refreshing. Gaslighting, glitter, and public backlash. Still, some fans feel duped. They say she gaslit them into believing she was physically unable to tour, when really, she just didn't want to. And that's the part rubbing people the wrong way. Sure, artists change, people evolve. But when a beloved pop star pulls a narrative 180, fans tend to notice. And they don't forget easily, especially in the age of receipts and TikTok sleuths. Some are calling her out for soft launching her retirement from touring by using a medical excuse instead of just saying, "Hey, I'm kinda over this." One snarky fan even tweeted, Miley went from, "I physically can't tour" to, "Actually, I just don't feel like it in less than a year." Brutal. But kind of hilarious, she's not retired, just selective. Before anyone lights a candle in memory of Miley's touring career, hold up. She's not done performing. In fact, she recently hit the stage in Paris alongside none other than Beyoncé at the Renaissance World Tour, where the two performed a remix of Two Most Wanted. She's also expressed interest in private shows, select collaborations, and one-off events that fit her schedule. Back in 2023, Miley clarified in an interview with British Vogue that while she's not interested in large-scale touring, she still deeply values connecting with her audience in more intentional ways. So, no, she's not retiring, she's just being picky. Think boutique concert experiences, not 50-city arena tour with matching tour hoodies. And if you've got the budget for a Miley Cyrus private gig, congrats! According to reports, booking her for a private event could cost upwards of $1 million, so you may just get Wrecking Ball live in your backyard, but it'll cost you. Touring is no longer the dream. Touring is no longer the glamorous dream it once was, and Miley Cyrus's decision to step back reflects a growing shift in the music industry. Artists like Billie Eilish, Justin Bieber, and Shawn Mendes have all spoken out or taken breaks due to the physical and mental toll of life on the road, revealing the loneliness, chaos, and instability it brings. In 2022, Justin Bieber canceled his Justice World Tour, citing facial paralysis from Ramsay-Hunt syndrome and mental health fatigue. Billie Eilish has been vocal about depression and burnout since her When We All Fall Asleep tour, and Shawn Mendes canceled his 2022 World Tour to focus on mental health after struggling with anxiety. For someone like Miley, who prioritizes peace, stability, and sobriety, she's been open about quitting alcohol and focusing on mental wellness. Avoiding touring isn't a sign of flakiness. It's a conscious, forward-thinking choice. It aligns with a broader reevaluation of what success and sustainability look like in a post-pandemic industry, where many artists are rethinking the grueling nature of traditional touring models. Fans versus expectations. Here's the real tea. Fans often put celebrities in a box. Once someone becomes famous for something, we expect them to keep doing it forever. Especially in pop music, where touring is basically seen as a rite of passage and a paycheck. The live music industry was worth $28 billion globally in 2022, and tours are a primary income source for many artists. But the reality is, people change. Priorities shift. Miley Cyrus, now 32, has been in the public eye since she was 13 on Hannah Montana. That's nearly 2 decades of fame. These days, she's about mindfulness, self-care, and healing, values she's emphasized in interviews and through her music, including her 2023 hit Flowers, which topped the Billboard Hot 100 for 8 weeks. Maybe we should just let her grow, just like we'd hope to be allowed to do ourselves. Miley's not a villain, she's just evolving. So, is Miley Cyrus lying? Number. At worst, she gave us a partial truth before giving us the full one. It's not a crime, it's just a bit of a PR misfire. Could she have been clearer from the start? Absolutely. But being an artist and a human is messy. Sometimes, it takes a while to admit to the world, and maybe to yourself, that you just don't want to do something anymore. Miley isn't gaslighting anyone. She's not lazy or ungrateful. She's just over the touring lifestyle, and she finally feels secure enough to say it out loud. And honestly, that's kind of iconic. Considering she's sold over 55 million singles in the US alone and has multiple platinum albums, Miley has nothing left to prove. Let's stop expecting our favorite pop stars to be road warriors 24/7 and give them space to redefine success on their own terms. And if that means we only get Miley Cyrus live once a year in Paris with Beyoncé, we'll take it and stream the performance on repeat. And that's a wrap on the Miley Cyrus tour drama. So, what do you think? If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pop stardom, smash that like and subscribe. Until next time, keep your playlists hot and your vocal cords healthy. Peace, love, and no tour buses. Catch you in the next one.